When I heard Andy Rooney died, I wanted to do a tribute or paean to him. Or maybe it was pain. Over the years, I bragged, very often, about having spoken to him after sending him a letter in his style. Never having achieved notoriety myself, I tried to scrape a scrap of reflected glory from him. Anyway, back a couple of decades ago, I wrote Rooney complaining how much I'd spent answering a CBS want ad. No website career pages to email back then. I had a cover letter and resume on expensive stationery, the weight of which bumped up the postage. CBS, in turn, with all its vast economic resources, turned me down on a cheap postcard on cheaper stock. And with all the corporate insincerity of a J.P. Morgan Chase CEO, CBS wished me well in my future endeavors. About a week later, Marie, my wife, got a call. The guy at the other end said, "Who the hell's this Laskin think he is? Me? Tell him Andy Rooney called." So here is my sort of paean to Rooney, who died after minor surgery at 92, 3 weeks after his last 60 Minutes appearance. Don't you just hate it when people go to the hospital for minor surgery and die? I mean, if you're going to die, shouldn't it be of something serious, like being hit by a Mack truck or a meteor or something? I mean, dying from knee surgery seems kind of needless. Plus, the bad thing about dying from something that wasn't serious enough to die from is not thinking about any famous last words. George Appel's final words, as he got comfortable in the electric chair, were, "Well, gentlemen, you are about to see a baked Appel." Steve Jobs, who had enough time to hire a biographer to write a book, also had time for last words. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Do you suppose Steve glimpsed heaven, or had somebody mentioned sales of the iPhone 4S? Too soon? Anyway, have you ever noticed the reactions between when somebody dies at 56 like Steve Jobs versus 92 like Andy Rooney? With one, it's a terrible loss. With the other, isn't it wonderful he lived to the ripe old age of 92? Do you ever stop to think that their loved ones might be feeling the same? Well, that's my paean or praise to Rooney. Now here's the pain. I called Andy back at CBS and he actually picked up the phone. No assistants, no secretaries. I told him who I was and asked for a recommendation about maybe finding a job with him at Black Rock. He asked how old I was. I told him 40. He told me that whatever I was doing, it was too late to change. In other words, Rooney said I was too old. You know, I still get a lot of that these days. Goodbye, Andy. This is Don Laskin, and that was Observations.